So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Set. 18 Gator.
59. Mike to 59. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike, check. 59. Watch the pass.
Five.
2nd and 14. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
And the Jaguar 1st down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Fournette. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. 2nd and 6. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Down. 8 feet.
59. Mike to 59. They gonna need some tape.
Delta.
Mike, check. 59. Yeah, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball.
2.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Goff now looks to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
The 42-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Let's go, tonight. 180.
Situation. Let's go.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Shift. Switch.
22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Hey, exit.
Check 15.
Hard. Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Fournette. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
18 Gator.
59. Too low. Check 99.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
15 line.
Big Sears right here.
This is Fournette. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. They'll drop the throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jaguars, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.